Okay, so I'm going to show you how I use a tracking device. Now you can use there's various tracking apps that you can find. You can use Cronometer or MyFitnessPal. That's what I have. There's Spark People. There's Carb Manager. There's just about any kind of app you can find. So find which one works best for you. But I like Cronometer, and I'm going to go ahead and go with what we're going to add today. So I've added 3 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, and a large coffee. And I'm going to go ahead and add some butter here because I like to have butter with my coffee and my eggs. So let's say that's going to be 20 grams. Now I can go over here on the serving size, and if I want to have a full cup of butter, a full stick of butter, I can weigh it by ounces instead of grams. So there's lots of options here, but we're going to go ahead and use 20 grams. On the premium, you can use the timestamp. I don't normally do that. So we're going to add that to that. And notice that this breakfast right here with 3 eggs, 3 slices of bacon, 40 ounces of coffee, and 20 grams of butter, that is 30 grams of protein, 7.6, so 8 carbs, and 49.7, so that's 50 fat. So that's a nice size breakfast. So one of the things that you can do when you are on the Cronometer app, you can we're going to go to food, and we're going to create a recipe. So let's call this ground beef. Okay, meal. We'll just call it ground beef meal. So we're going to add ground beef. And we're going to use the 80%. And so like in the serving size with the butter, there's all kinds of different ones. You can use patties, you can use cups, you can use ounces, you can use grams. So let's use ounces. So let's say that this is a big pound of hamburger. So we're going to use a pound of hamburger, 16 ounces. And let's do some cabbage. And that's going to be raw. And we're going to let's do that with ounces as well. And let's do 4 ounces of that. And then let's go ahead and let's add some onion. All right, and so notice on the onion it is white, yellow, or red, and it's cooked because we're going to be cooking it. So let's go ahead and let's do a cup of cooked onion. And notice down here it shows you where you've got protein is 3 grams and carbs is 21.3, and then their fat is 0.4. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And so that's going to be our ground beef meal. So we're going to go next. And we're going to say that this is a serving size. The recipe is 4 servings. Servings per recipe. Okay, so there's my servings per recipe. And then you can write however you want to do it. You can write your directions, your notes, and you can keep it in here. And then for the whole recipe, this is how much the whole recipe would be. But then if I click on there on the serving size, I can do a serving size. That one looks much better. And then I can also do grams, and I can put that on a food scale and weigh it out. So we're going to go ahead and save the recipe. And then we're going to add that. It was ground beef meal. Ground beef meal. And it says custom right here. We're going to have 1 serving, or we could do 2 servings, or we could do the grams or the full recipe, however you want to do it. Let's do 1 serving. And that's it. So we're going to go back. And now this is what I've had so far for the day, or what I've planned for the day. So I like this one because of that. If you go to the settings, you can, obviously you can change your age, you can change your weight, all the different settings. Now, right here on the macro target settings, we're going to change this. Okay, and we can add this to be 90, or not, excuse me, not, gotta take some, there we go, 90. So we can add that to 90, and then we can add our fats, our carbs, you can change it up, and it automatically takes you into where you need to be. I'm gonna go back and change that back because that's my settings. You can change that however you want to change it to. So that's something that I like with Cronometer. It's not a fancy one. There's no social media with it. There's no interaction that way. It's just basic. Now I'm going to close this out, and then I'm going to go to MyFitnessPal. Now, the one thing that I do like about MyFitnessPal is when I put in my food for the day, it will tell me how much I have left. So let's go ahead and we're going to do lunch. And I already have recipes in here. I've got recipes. I've got things that I use a lot, like the egg roll in a bowl. I've got, obviously, egg roll in a bowl. And I've got some sauce recipes, some meatballs, different things that are mine. So I can do that. Or we can just start typing what I'm going to have. Let's do turkey. Turkey. Okay. Let's look at turkey. So we can have 5 slices of turkey. We can have ground turkey. We can have a turkey breast, different things. So we're going to click anytime it has those green check marks, that's been verified. One of the things about Cronometer is they don't have as many things, but they're more accurate than, on MyFitnessPal, people can say that, oh, it's only 5 calories for a big hamburger, and it makes no sense. So, it's not as accurate, but anything with the green check mark, it's been checked out. All right, so we're going to have turkey, and then let's have some lettuce. Okay, and then it's 1 cup shredded. That sounds good. And let's have some tomatoes. And again, like the other one, you can do a number of servings. You can click on here. You can have a cup of diced. You can do a slice. You can do it by the pound. You can do it by gram. However, let's do by gram, and we're going to say it's going to be 50 grams. My suggestion would be that you would want to make sure that you have a food scale. If you are going to be tracking, your food scale is really going to help you. Now, when you do the MyFitnessPal, it shows you how much you have left. So according to this, I have 11 carbs left, 78 fat, and 38 protein for the day. So that is an option. You can do it that way. And then you should be able to edit your, just like the other one, your macros and all that kind of stuff. So very simple. If you want to track, you can track. It's very helpful, especially in the very beginning. And if you are really trying to target your weight loss. So, that is all I had to say today. So I'm Cheryl with Healthy and Keto, and I hope this helps you. Have a good day. Whoops.